All right, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. We're a little early today. We may be on late on tonight, but this is a must talk about, and I'm kind of upset because I thought we had something going here, and it seems like we just letting it slip through the cracks. This is live, uncut. Come on in. This is where we tell the truth.
Tell the truth
And what?
and shame the devil.
That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna step on some toes. We might say something that you don't like, but that's okay. We still love you. Still love you. I'm disappointed on all points. I'm disappointed at us. I'm disappointed at CPD. I'm disappointed at these non-for-profit organizations. I'm disappointed at us. I'll tell you, very disappointed. And we got too much money floating around here in the city of Chicago not to support what I'm getting ready to talk about, which is helping. It has been proven, a proven fact that it works. But no, we want to go another route because it's making one individual look too good. That's what it's all about. I already know what it's about. It's a jealousy thing. That's what it's about. But we in this thing together. That's all what it's about. But we're gonna straighten some things out, and I'm going to expose some things. I'm definitely going to do it. We're going to expose some things, and people, I need you to share this video because I'm going to say some things that you may not like or afraid to think. But you know I'm going to be telling the truth and shaming the devil. You know that. Y'all know what I do. You know what I do. It's not right. It's not right, people. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. It's not. And matter of fact, I was not told to make this video. Let's get that clear. I'm doing this on my own. I'm doing this on my own. I wasn't told to make this video. So let's get this clear. Because a lot of us, we need to be checked, period. We need to be checked. I tell you, come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. And the screen that we're going to talk about what happened last night. Last night, we want to read this letter, and we'll talk about it a little bit. I just want to put it on the screen a little bit. We're going to talk about it. And I'm upset. I need a couple more people, and then I can get started. Make sure you share it on your page. People, share it in your inbox, and and if you don't want to share it, send in a message, tag somebody. Just do something. Make yourself useful. All right, there we go. All right, 22, I got 100. All right, what we want to talk about. We want to talk about 31st Street last night. 31st in Michigan and the beach, Indiana, where our young people, our teenagers. I'm talking about the teenagers, predominantly the teenagers that look like this complexion right here. That's what we would look like, this complexion. All right? Yes, this is America. They are free to walk anywhere they want to. Yes, they are. My problem is Early Walker introduced a bill, not a bill, a text service. I see you, Marcus. I see you. A text service to allow the parents. I am a parent of a teenager. My teenager don't live in Chicago, but live in the south suburb. But I'll tell you this, that doesn't mean that she can't go downtown or 31st Street Beach. I'm not around my teenager. She's 14 years old, 24 hours a day. I'm not around her like that. And I understand certain things that young people do, they call fun. And to you and I, it's foolishness. And that's what it really is. But to them, it's foolishness. Now, let's get back to the program. Here's a man that came up with a brilliant idea that's been all over the media, came up with this, I believe, a couple of years ago. He introduced it to Glenn Brooks. Didn't go nowhere last year. So finally, he brought it out again. We was having trouble with this trending, young folks. So he figured he is Early Walker. A lot of you familiar with him. I'm on the radio with him time to time, live, uncut, unedited segment. And he did not ask me to make this video at all. I just want to let you guys know. Let's get that clear. He did not ask me to make this. I'm saying this on my own. This is my point of view. This is my judgment. This is the way I see things. Now, Chicago police, we support you guys. We support you. A lot of people support Chicago police. I'm one of them. You never hear me say F12. You never hear Early Walker say F12. It's a lot of people that don't use that term. We call the police. We try to work with the police as much as possible. But when we presented this thing to the news, introduced it, I say we because I was a part of it, but I'm not the inventor. Early Walker is. We went on the news. We got the word out. This is what we want to do. This is like an Amber Alert. This is to let the parents know where your children are. Okay, there's a trending of thousands of young people, 500, 1,000, 2,000. We know they go and they like to be destructive. We know that. So Earl introduced something similar to the Amber Alert. Where is it? If you sign up for it and you can get a text, and remember, people, this thing isn't free, it costs. So Early Walker, he put his money where his mouth is. He invested in this. But guess what, people? This is a we problem. It's not an Early Walker problem. It's not a Martin Johnson problem. It's not a CPD problem only. It's all of our problem. And what I'm asking, y'all know I'm not a beggar, and you know Mr. Early Walker, he's a giver. He give way more than he ever take. To be honest with you, I never really known him to take anything from anybody. He's always given. But my point is, the moment that we didn't get that text message alert last night, we didn't get it. I see you, Marcus. I'm coming to you. We didn't get that text message alert last night. You see what happened? Now, we knew about it. He posted on his page. He knew about it 2 days ago. He sent it to me, and I didn't even post it. And I noticed it didn't come on I looked at my text, it didn't come on. So Early put up a long paragraph this morning talking about his reasons why he didn't do it. He did a fundraiser. Nobody supported. What, $79 with the comedian Damian Williams? He went on the different news stations asking people to give donations. Nobody gave anything. Now, take in mind, it's thousands of people that have signed up for this text message alert. Thousands of people. And every time a text message go out, it's 5 cents per text. I think I got that right. 5 cents. Now, if everybody, including myself, that signed up for this text alert will give $1, $1. Sometimes we may get 2 or 3 text alert in a week. That's money, people. That has to be paid. This money is not going in Early Walker pocket. Trust me. He's not that type of guy. Trust me, he's straight. So, before I go any further, I want to say to the Chicago police officer, and I know you guys give money out for violence prevention and some of these non-for-profit organizations getting money. We need money to keep this text message alert going. It's not Early Walker responsibility to keep paying for this. And we are enjoying the fruits of it. Now, this is not Early talking. This is me talking. I'm beginning to wonder about the police. Now, you know about this. You knew that this brother was requesting for money, for help, to keep this text alert going, and you didn't do nothing. So now we have a gas station on 31st all tore up, windows busted, and people all routed, and people intimidated. This is what we get. It has been proven that it works. The moment that he didn't send that blast out, you see exactly what happened. I'm going to let you talk, Marcus. Go ahead, then I'm going to come back to the subject. We're going to read over the letter. Go ahead, Marcus.
Well, Martin, you know, I know these kids see this as fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that some people did it when they were a teenager. I didn't because I was taught better. And I know some of these kids have been taught better than down there, and their parents can't control what they was doing. Now, what I did as a teenager was fun to me, but I mean, it wasn't no rowdy stuff. I mean, me and my teenage friends, we would simply get together and go to the mall. We would go to the beach to have fun, not to jump on anybody, but we used to catch girls, innocent girls who had nothing to do with us, and dunk them in the water, white or black. And they probably didn't like that, but we deemed that to be fun. That was our trending.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand some of these young people. They got a mind of their own. They know right from wrong. Even if they haven't been taught it at home, they know when they're doing something wrong and busting out the windows to the gas station. What was fun about that? Maybe stealing some chips. What was fun about that? That's a job that they could have at the gas station. They're making it hard for themselves. That's what concerns me. I'm not going to be the one to bash black youth because white youth do it too. If you go farther north, you will find them doing the same thing. But they're making it harder. I will say this to the black youth that's listening to your show. Some of them was probably down there trending. I probably know some of the young people too that was down there trending. You're making it harder. You're loading the pistol for the powers to be to block you from having any type of fun at the beach. Now, what will happen is they're going to see a group of teenagers who not on the trending stuff, who's loud, who's being teenagers, and they're going to overreact to that. And that's going to create tension in the black community because of a group of teens who don't know how to have fun the right way and conduct themselves, and they think it's funny. But what I've also found out, a lot of these kids are high because of the rap music, the drill music, and even their own parents. When you start off getting high around these kids when they 3, 4, and 5 years old, and you doing this at every event, and they see this as being cool, what can you say to your kids?
Yeah. Well, Marcus,
when you're acting the fool in front of your kids.
Let me say this. I'm not going to blame the teens for this one. I'm going to blame us, the people.
Yeah.
And the reason why we had an opportunity to support Early Walker in this. We had an opportunity.
We did.
And let me read the letter that he wrote. I'm going to read a little bit of it. And hold on, I'll let you talk. Regarding 31st Street Beach teen trend alert from yesterday. People have been asking if we knew about it. Yes, we posted on social media hours before it took place. I held 2 press conferences within the last couple of weeks, asking for donors and other business leaders to step up and help with this financially, but to no avail. At the city winery, there was at least 150 people in attendance, but we only raised $79. I said before when I came up with this idea that this is a text line for the community, by the community, and it will only survive with the community help. Each time I send out a text alert, it costs 5 cents per text. Again, this is not a free service. I'm telling Don't Shoot, okay, it's a non-for-profit, that's his organization, have funded this initial setup of this, as well as the first 5 or 6 text alerts sent out. Each time we send out an alert, we send a donation link. Everyone will just donate $1. Each time the text goes out, we'll be able to fund this text. Unfortunately, it has been, let me move it up so I can see, because the letter is long. Let me scroll it up a little bit. Hold on, people. I'm trying to read it slow so we can get the meat of it. All right, let me get it right there. Let's go back. and make it big so we can see it on the screen. Okay, starting over. Each time we send out an alert, we set a donation link. If everyone would just donate $1 each time the text goes out, we'll be able to fund the next text. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. To few people who have donated, thank you. But again, these alerts aren't free. I know with summer here, these alerts will be more frequent, which is why I asked for the community help. So moving forward, I would do my best financially to send out alerts. But if the funds aren't there, we will post the alerts on social media again. If anyone wants to donate, I'll put the donation link in the comments. Thank you. All right.
And
Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
it was working.
It was working. It did work.
Let me say this. Chicago is a mecca for rich black people. And these are the same rich black people who get on here and demonize poor black people, demonize the youth. I'm trying not to demonize our youth. I don't want to sound like I'm demonizing our youth because I know most of them wasn't down there. But regardless, money, it takes money to do these things. And you're right. One person can't do it by themselves. One small group of people can't do it by themselves. You got rich black people who are always complaining. People right here in my neighborhood, some of these people are rich, okay? If I had the money, I would have given. But right now I'm dealing with a crisis, a personal crisis, as you well know. But it's a shame. And then for some of these teenagers who want the beach to be safe, you know, you can buy weed. You could have donated $1. I mean, some of you young adults who talk about the teenagers, you like to chill at the beach and drink your beer and have a good time, you could have donated $1 because this was working. I know it was working because I was getting the text messages. And I didn't realize that he had sent it out because I hadn't checked. All I saw was some video footage from the other crime chaser about the teens at 31st Street Beach. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. I wonder what it's going to be like when NASCAR gets here. But you see, we was at DuSable and Kumo D was there, and it was young and old people out there. And it was peaceful as peaceful can be. But I'll go so far as to say being at O'Halloran, where Senator Preston's event that was bigger than Ogden Park, that was peaceful. Nobody got shot up, and that was teenagers out there, black teenagers doing good things.
At the DuSable Museum. At the DuSable Museum, it was young people.
DuSable Museum.
You were there?
At O'Halloran Park. At the DuSable and at O'Halloran when Willie Preston had his thing, because I had left from O'Halloran to go to DuSable. I didn't know Kumo D was going to be there, but you had positive black youth. They want to be safe. It's not like they don't want to be safe and they're not animals. Our people are great people, but what we need to do is start supporting something because this is benefiting us. And that's where we go bad at. We don't support our own. We can support everybody else, but we don't support our own. This was working.
And let me say this. Mr. Walker is not asking for a whole. You don't have to be rich. $1, people. $1. $1. That's all he asks. $1, people. $1. Every time you get an alert, just donate $1 so we can keep it going. You know, listen, I don't want my teenager to shoot your teenager, and I don't want your teenager to shoot my teenager. You know, we all can benefit this. We don't want the Chicago police knocking our teenager upside the head. We don't want them to shoot them. We don't want that. And we don't want our teenagers shooting the police. People, if we can get ahead of this, like we have been doing in the previous week, like you said, Marcus, it worked. It's working. It's working, people. It's not, you afraid to pay $1 just to get some information and know. And most of you guys out here that's listening to me, you got that White Man Citizen app on your phone right now. Some of y'all paying for it. Here's a black man came up with a brilliant idea. And look at you. Don't want to support. Don't want to support. So again, I'm taking as an adult, I'm taking the blame for this one because I should have donated. I put time in it, but $1, the brother ain't asking for it. He ain't trying to live off. The brother's all right. He got a wife, family. He got to take care of, run a business, and all this. He put in his time.
No.
He financed the first 5 or 6 text alert. Come on, people. And he didn't ask me to do this live, Marcus. I'm doing it on my own. So whatever I say, he didn't tell me what to say, and he didn't tell me what not to say. I'm saying it out of my mouth.
You don't even know you're doing.
Right. So
I
this,
mean,
go ahead.
It needs to be said.
Yeah, it needs to be
I was
said.
just saying it needs to be said. Like I said, if I wasn't going through the crisis that I was going through, I would have given more than $1 because it was working. And I don't have any kids, but I care about my people. I truly do. That's why I'm so hard on my people. I care about Black people because at the end of the day, we're all family.
Yeah, when I get out the live. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's why I only support really Black restaurants. And I'm not racist, but we're all family, and we need to put the money back in our community.
Right. And we had
listen,
people, we had a golden opportunity to prevent what happened last night. And I was on live last night, and people was telling me, Martin, they're on 31st Street. I said, hey, I'm not finna stop my live to go out there and film for you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
And risk your life.
Right. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna hit that link. I got to do it, people. I got to do it because it works. And once the young people know that we know that they're coming, they'll redirect their energy to another place. Now, here's a time to support something, stop the violence. Now, what if somebody would have got killed? Some of us that was able to donate will feel bad. You know what? This could have been avoided. And even though he didn't send it out on the email, a text message blast, he did post it on his page. He sent it to me, but I didn't even post it. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. So that's a golden opportunity because I went down on 31st last night. I didn't see a lot of young people, so I just came on back home, got on live. Didn't see a lot of young people.
But Glenn Brooks did say it don't come out until late.
And hold on. Let me address something. As you said last night, Martin, you can't tell people how to spend their money. That's right. Obviously, this is not important because we did not support it to provide a source of protection for our children. Our priorities are out of line and are not valued. So, correct. Can't tell people how to spend their money. But if we can spend $1 to learn, for those, especially for those of us that have teenagers, and you know a lot of you mothers that's out there right now, you sleep with this cell phone right by your ear because you don't know if you're gonna get that call. Say that your son or your daughter has been shot or killed or in an accident, something. And a lot of us know it don't have to be late at night. It could be 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the evening. It can happen at any given time. So I'm just saying, let's support. This is not about him. He's not getting rich off this. He's not trying to profit off this. He have a non-for-profit organization. I'm going to put the link up there. So you're right. I can't tell you where to spend your money. But if you want some information, it would help to know what's going on in the community. If you have 600 to 1,000 young people on 31st in Indiana or Michigan, right where you live, wouldn't you want to know that before you go home? Wouldn't you want to know that so you could be on high alert? Wouldn't you want to know that? Even if you got children. I hate to use the word kids because kids mean billy goat, but if you have children, wouldn't you want to know that? Wouldn't you want to get on the phone and text your son or your daughter and ask them, what's your location? Where are you at right now? I hope you're not on 31st Street Beach. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm going to let you close this out. Go ahead.
All right. So basically, this was working. Like I said, if I wasn't going through the situation with my mom, I would be on top of this. I'm guilty myself for not giving at least $1, but if he were to start this back up, I will give something, but it's going to take more than me, you, and anybody else that's listening to keep this going. You know, the people who are always complaining about people, why don't you reach in your pocket and give 4 quarters? Whatever it takes, you can stop this. This is the modern day ceasefire. To me, the real ceasefire, because it was working. Because those kids knew that the adults was going to be out there. They were going to redirect. It has worked. When you all found out that they was going to be at North Avenue Beach, it worked. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
You're right.
It worked. So we know that it worked. It's probably the best preventative action that Chicago could ever decide to take. Thank you, Early Walker, and thank you, Martin Johnson, for allowing your platform to keep us informed. And also, anybody else is out there doing what they do to inform us of what's going on in the trenches, in the heart of it. I would say to the people in my community, my Black brothers and sisters, we need to quit making excuses. We need to accept accountability, and we need to take abrasive action. We need to take aggressive action. Aggressive action meaning donating to something like this. If you can play the lottery, if you can buy cigarettes, if you can buy booze, if you can buy weed, and you can make noise about a dispensary, make noise about saving your future, because those kids are the future. And when you see them acting out like that, that's a scary future, because they're going to have kids. And what are they going to do if they're doing that? And some of them are not all teenagers. They're young adults, college age, 21, out there acting out with them. And I'm going to close out by saying this, because I see this a lot too. Older men my age, quit dressing like teenage boys. You're no longer a teenager. Quit smoking weed with them and teach them how to be responsible and productive adults. I'm not talking about teaching them how to live the white supremacy life, but teach them how to be responsible adults, because you make it hard on the adults that's trying to teach them in the right direction. We can't lead them in the right direction if the other old heads are misleading.
And some of you business leaders that out there that can support this CPD, we need you guys to put your money where your mouth is, because we know that you give out grants and do different things for different organizations. I know you do. So you can't say you don't, but you do. And you can find some money to invest in this system. Is not only helping the community, it's helping you guys as well, unless you want the crime to go on and make money off of it. Unless you saying one thing, but hey, doing another one. I got to say it. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Hey, Mr. Early Walker, he did his part. He did it. He put his money where his mouth is. He reached out to Glenn Brooks and the police, and for you guys to pretend like you didn't know anything about it, talking about the law enforcement, you know. Even the suburban police officers use this text message alert before. I know. So I'm just telling you, CPD, if you can give money to these crooked activists out here having a so-called function. Now we got the Pride Parade coming up. We got the a race NASCAR coming up. We got the Take Chicago coming up, and later on, and then we got these holidays coming up. Listen, it's going
4th of July.
4th of July. Yeah. Hey, listen, we need this. We need to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of our young people. We need this. We need this. So I don't want to see this thing fail. And trust me, there's no skin in the game for me. I have no financial invested in it. I'm not benefiting no money from it. I haven't not been promised anything. I'm doing this because I want Chicago to be safe. Not just on the north side and downtown, but on the south side as well, and on the lakefronts.
And let me say this, Martin.
Go ahead.
The Democratic Convention is coming here next year. This is a message to these young people.
Mhm.
You better get your act together because they locked this sucker down. Back in the 90s, they had that West Side on lockdown when they did that Democratic Convention.
Let me just say something.
It's a different type of
Marcus,
police force.
I need to address somebody real quick. First of all, a lot of you in these comments, you brutal with your comments and you don't even know what you're talking about. You didn't even come in the start of the live. First of all, we didn't say that this text message alert is going to stop crime. We said, and you agree with me, Marcus, that it is working. Ever since he came up with this idea, it worked. It worked. It stopped the young people from gathering around and tearing up things. This is not about stopping crime. This is about letting us know as parents where our children are. That's what it's about. He never said that this will stop crime. Mr. Walker never said that. I never said that. Marcus never said that. So this is not about stopping crime. This is to let us know where our young teenagers are congregating at. As you claim you was at work when your son and daughter carjacked that man. You claim you was at work while your son was driving or your daughter in a stolen car. You claim that you was asleep and he or she snuck out the house. You claim that. But here's a brother that came up with a brilliant idea that proving that it works, and we won't even support it as adults. But we want good information. You want me to go out there and chase all these crimes down, but it costs. Gas costs, and it's risky. You want me to walk right up to the crime scene and zoom in right on a dead body. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, people. A lot of y'all now are messaging, you brutal. You don't know the concept of what's going on. You don't know the concept. And you be the first person, if somebody get beat up or shot and killed on live, you be like, I told them. You'll be laughing, snickling laughing. This is a serious matter. And when I was doing Crime Chaser on a regular basis, a lot of you would make signifying, oh, look at your gas hand. Look at your windshield wipers or all this. Go this way, you're going too slow. All types of stuff. Don't leave yet, stay. You come out here and do it. So I want to thank Mr. Early Walker for coming up with this great idea. Hopefully we, the community, the business leader, CPD, we can keep this going and we can finance this. Trust me. Thank you. God bless y'all. May God keep you and be safe. It's warm today. Where your teenager at? Oh, no. I know it. You don't know. Peace out. Y'all already know what it is.
You already know what it is.
Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we
tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I don't know about you, but
I love being black.
Not because of Black History Month, not because of Juneteenth, but I just love